over all the games on Monday night. The first game is the Kings beating the Cavaliers. Kings got the win. They are still way outside of the playoffs looking in. Both teams are out of the playoffs. Buddy Hield, 38 minutes, great. 19 points, 5 threes. This is the reason you don't drop him. Because he can hit 4 threes a game. And if the shots are falling, he's going to average close to 20 points. Although give you nothing else. Barely goes to a free throw line. He's a great free throw shooter. Had 1 block. That's anytime you give you any defensive stats, it's great. And on the season, where is he ranked? He's ranked 83rd. Yeah, this is where he should be, probably, top 80. And if the shooting starts coming back up, he's shooting 39%. If he shoots 43%, 44%, that's 18, 19 points. That will be top 70, but he should be in this range. Harrison Barnes, 41 minutes, continues to, play decent. Still a must-roster guy, and 8 assists, great. Richaun Holmes, 35 minutes. Yeah. The news came out that, they're thinking about, he's on the trade block, or at least the team's interested in him. So we'll see, but I think he goes to a different situation. It may not be the best. It's going to take him a while to adjust. He's still a great player, energy guy. It's going to give you, given the minutes, he's going to give you the same thing he's giving you when he's on the Kings. But I don't know if he will get a 35-minute role on the new team. So hopefully it just stays, because can get 30, 35 minutes and put up this level of stat. Great game from Richaun Holmes. Tyrese Halliburton also went off. 28 points. He was struggling pretty from the field. This game, great. 2 assists, a steal, and a block, 28 points. And with Marvin Bagley out, he's going to continue to start getting high minutes. To me, he's a top 40, top 50 guy due to the insane efficiency and the defensive stats and assists. De'Aaron Fox, a great game also. The free throw is bad, we know. 2 steals, 30 points. The rest of the line looks pretty good. And Whiteside continues to get low minutes. And in 12 minutes, he got 2 blocks and 7 rebounds. If you need big man stats, even if this guy plays 15 minutes, you can still stream him. On the Cavs side, Isaac Okoro, everybody played pretty bad on the Cavaliers side again. Isaac Okoro, 28 minutes, 6 points, 2 steals, nothing else. Larry Nance Jr. 25 minutes, and the steal numbers is back up. 3 steals, 5 rebounds, nothing else. He continues to, get the steals in a bunch, averaging 1.8. He was averaging 2.4, 2.5 earlier of the season. If he can settle in at the 1.7, 1.8 range, which is, I think, top 5 in the NBA, he should still be a top 60 guy due to mainly that one category. Jared Allen, 11-9, pretty okay line. 1 rebound, you expect him to do more. At the minutes is low. And nobody on the Cavs side played well at all. Colin Sexton, 15 points and 7 assists, 4 rebounds and nothing else, while Darius Garland, 0 rebound. Yeah. 2 assists is also low. 17 points, and that's on a pretty bad efficiency. Just want to see this guy. Garland this season, despite every once in a while with him popping off, where is Garland? He's ranked outside of 150, 152nd on the season. So I'm not too high on this guy. I think in the playoffs, this is a guy you can drop if you want. Really, he gave you 5.8 assists and 16.4 points. Everything else, a lot of the stuff is really, really negative. 2.2 rebound is really, really low. No blocks, we know that. And 1.1 steals also can improve. And the turnover is pretty high, 3 turnovers a game. Not really close inside of 100. And his fantasy game is like a Trae Young with a little bit more steals. Just no blocks, no rebound, bad efficiency and high turnover is, just kind of hard to, the rankings hard to be inside of 100 or 90. You got to put up really big counting stats to do that. Let's go on to the next game. The OKC beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, OKC, Horford is still out. At this point, do you really want to hold on to Al Horford or you want to stream him? I would just, if if we get any value back, I would. He's ranked 57th. Yeah, I guess that's really tough. Drop a per game basis 57th ranked player, but he just doesn't play. Averaging 14 points, 6.6 rebound, 0.9 steal. He doesn't have that one category that really just pops out, and he's just pretty efficient and give you some steals and blocks and low turnover. I would, you gotta make some hard decisions in the playoffs. I think this is the first guy I want to cut if he start missing games. And the trade deadline is coming up. So you hold on to him through the trade deadline. If he gets traded, if he goes to like a team like Raptors, get 25 minutes, sure, you hold on to him. But after that, I would think about cutting him once the playoff comes around and he starts missing games. Out of the guys who played, Pokusevski, pretty good game. The efficiency is bad, but he did a little bit everything. Three threes, 10 rebounds, 13 points, and 3 blocks, most importantly, against his bad Timberwolves team. I want to roster him. I want to roster Isaiah Roby also. Did not have the best game here. 9 points, a steal and a block, 4 rebound. He can fill up the stat sheet. Moses Brown, yes, 17 rebound, 1 steal and 3 blocks. He really popped off again over here this game. Do I want to roster him full time? I think I also want to pick him up at least before the deadline, see what happens. Theo Maladan, 1 steal and a block, 5 assists, 9 points. He's very up and down, only stream. Well, we've seen this guy, what this guy can do. He has been playing consistent 30 minutes and not really doing much. Like he's ranking. Other than the game where he had 6 steals, he's been relatively quiet. Yeah, he's ranked outside of 200. So not worry about him. And Shea, a great game, 31 points, a steal and 2 blocks. But the only worry is they're tanking. So Shea is gonna sit out on some back-to-backs. That's the only worry with Shea. Otherwise, everything looks pretty good. On the Timberwolves side, Jake Lemon and Vanderbilt continue to start and not playing, not even 20 minutes. So the rotation is pretty weird. D'Lo, they're gonna welcome D'Lo and Malik Beasley. I mean, Malik Beasley is gonna back this weekend. So if you wanna, pick him up, but I worry that I think even in D'Lo's case, that those guys, now that Anthony Edwards is playing so well, I think, and now Cat is also back. He's not gonna put up the same number he was putting up. He's still worth picking him up because mainly the threes, he's making over 3 threes a game. But everything else, like the scoring, I don't think he's gonna. Once he comes back, he's not gonna get 20 points a game. That's just my opinion. Cat finally took 28 shots, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. Pretty good game from Cat. And Anthony Edwards, if you can sell him, I would. With all those guys returning, he's not gonna take 20 shots every single game. He still should have good usage, but not gonna be the same level like he was. Everybody has to share a little bit. 1 steal, 3 assists, 16 points, and was a minus 17. But the Timberwolves, they're gonna give this guy minutes. They're gonna pump this guy's minutes high. It's just the usage with those guys coming. We don't know what's gonna happen. Ricky Rubio, I know. Once D'Lo comes back, he's gonna lose the minutes. He's been playing so well. 11 assists and 2 steals here. If he can get any value back, I would do a 2-for-1. Jaylen Brown, 20 minutes. He's been playing pretty well. With all the guys out, pretty efficient, but don't really get that many defensive stats. So yeah, and all those guys are coming back. I would not interested in them. The next team is the Charlotte Hornets beating the Spurs. Obviously, the disappointing news came out that LaMelo Ball was pretty much. It's not confirmed yet, but he's gonna miss some time, and we don't know when he's gonna be back. So I will be okay moving on from him. Gordon Hayward, 37 minutes, great. 20 with LaMelo Ball out. I think Gordon Hayward just all of a sudden gets better. 27 points, a steal, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. Good efficient everywhere, pretty good game. PJ Washington, bad from the field. He's a must-roster guy. I know he's up and down, bad efficiency everywhere, and 5 turnovers, but the 13 rebounds, the 5 assists, a steal and 2 blocks, good game. Bismack Biyombo is a streamer with Cody Zeller out, maybe some rebound and blocks. Devontae Graham, okay, now that LaMelo Ball is out, he is worth grabbing, but just be careful. If you're not punting field goal, I would grab him and sell high if he has a good game. That's what I would do. Eventually his minutes going to be, he's still under some kind of limited restriction. So eventually he's going to play 30, 35 minutes. I think he's going to give you 6 assists. And he's not a big steals guy. So really just become some 6 assists and 2.5 threes. That's what he can give you mainly. If you want those two categories, yeah, 6 assists is hard to get on the waiver wire. So if you don't worry about field goal, sure, I wouldn't hate it. And Malik Monk and Miles Bridges, they're probably gonna get 25 minutes plus pretty consistently. Now that LaMelo Ball, the guy who was playing 30 to 35 minutes, is out. Worth streaming, I wouldn't roster them full time. And then on the Spurs, DeRozan continues to be crazy efficient. 68%, 35 minutes. This might be his best fantasy season in his career. I'm not 100% sure at such not a young age. 28th ranked player after this game. Again, if you can get Porzingis, Gordon Hayward, okay, I don't know if those guys are honestly be better than him. The way he's been playing. I want to say sell high, but he is averaging also 1.6 turnovers. That's really low. For guys averaging 7.4 assists. I feel pretty confident saying that all the guys averaging over 7 assists, he's the guy with the lowest turnover. So best turnover to assist ratio. 50% from the field, 88% from the free throw line. Also 88%, that's also a career high. Close to career high. Going to the line 7 times a game. Wow, just great stuff from DeRozan. Efficiency-wise, I'm playing on the Spurs. And the Spurs are winning. Wow, now they lost this game. They are 7th in the Western Conference. That's not something easy to do. Guys like the Mavericks, Warriors, they are all outside looking in at the moment. Kelton Johnson, after the 20 rebound game, I don't think he's a must roster guy. Unlike he was beginning of the season, he has to share minutes with a lot of people. Jakob Poeltl is a must roster. The minutes is low this game. He was not in foul trouble. Maybe due to matchup, that's what happens to every big man in the NBA. That's fine. 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. Yeah, he can average 10 rebounds and 2 blocks. A must roster guy. Could be a top 50 guy, top 60, just because the 2 blocks he's giving you. Derek White, 21 points. Great. One of his best games in a while. 1 steal, 3 blocks, 36 minutes. I think he's at least, maybe sell high. He's so inconsistent this season. But I would still roster him. But just so inconsistent this season. And he was in and out of the lineup. Dejounte Murray, 9 points, a steal and a block. Okay game for Dejounte. And this season, his assist number has been pretty low because DeRozan is the guy that's doing most of the facilitating. And the steal numbers is also low for Dejounte. So I think, you want him to do more in those 2 categories. If you drafted him in category leagues, that's what kind of you expect. The next game, the Jazz just destroyed the Bulls. Bogdanovic, bad. Not really worth rostering. Stream him, yes. Royce O'Neal, really empty line across the board. Could be a streamer. If you punting points, you can make an argument. You can stream him. Or you can roster him. Rudy Gobert had 9 blocks. Man, the Bulls. Who got blocked? Kobe White? I don't know. 9 blocks, great. 10 rebounds, 21 points. And good field goal. Everybody went off on the Jazz other than Bogdanovic. Donovan Mitchell, 60% shooting, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Great stuff from Donovan. And Mike Conley, 15 points. I mean, Mike Conley has fallen off quite a bit since the hot early start, since the hammy issue started bothering him. But, he's still beating your draft position. And I don't know. I wouldn't feel really comfortable buying low on him because, he's gonna miss a lot of back-to-backs. I just don't really like that. Now that playoff is around the corner. Missing 1 or 2 games is huge. Right? And for a veteran like Mike Conley, yeah, I don't really like. Joe Ingles continues to shoot 70% from the field every other game. He is worth rostering, pick up at this point. 25 minutes only, 17 points. 7 rebounds, 2 steals, even 5. Everybody went off. So, if you can get this guy 2 for 1 to get any of value back, I would. I don't think this. Maybe the hot shooting continues for a week or 2, but it's gonna fall off, in my opinion. and the minutes is maybe he will get 25 minutes plus moving on, coming off the bench. Maybe Jordan Clarkson is impacted by Joe Ingles' emergence a little bit. 23 minutes only. He still got off 16 shots. 2 assists and a steal, 16 points. Still worth rostering because the volume of threes he provide you. For the Bulls, what a mess. Wendell Carter Jr. hurt his hurt. So, I mean, Thaddeus Young was already a must roster. So I don't think if anything, the value goes up. Lauri Markkanen is getting benched. All those 3 young guys, Wendell Carter Jr., Kobe White, Lauri Markkanen, and he was not in foul trouble. So the coach maybe he just had enough, right? Those guys not playing well. Patrick Williams, the coach likes what he's doing, at least the 30 minutes. Fantasy-wise, a steal and a block, good enough. No, the guy is not putting up any sexy stats, so yeah. Well, I would stream him, sure, if they have a back-to-back. Thaddeus Young, 14 points, continue to be a must roster. So what are you going to do? I do believe there is a possibility the Bulls, once they're out of the playoff pictures, damn, the front office, the owner, like, why play Thaddeus Young 25, 30 minutes? Give young guys an opportunity. So I think until they give up to the point that they're going to pull the plug, they are going there, the 8th, 9th seed right now. So, yeah. While the Pacers also struggling, 19th. So, yeah, hold on to him. I wouldn't make a trade if I can, 2-for-1s. Thomas Satoransky, a must roster guy, 30 minutes. 4 assists is pretty low, but the 1 steal and 2 blocks for Satoransky, a good game for him. And Zach LaVine, empty line to me. Bad efficiency started kicking in a little bit this game. He's shooting 42-41% for the season still. 27 points and nothing else. Just want to see him get more peripheral stats, the steals, the blocks. He was doing that beginning of the season. Now, not anymore. And Wendell Carter Jr. and Kobe White, I think if you want to drop them, go ahead. The minutes is low for both, and Wendell hurt himself, obviously. Lauri Markkanen, I will still hold on to him for a few more games. I think this game, the coach maybe just had enough with him. Kobe White in 22 minutes was at minus 23. So, yeah, they're just bad. Can't really blame the coach. So I would be okay moving on from both of them. Not Lauri Markkanen, sorry. I would hold on to him. I think he should get 25 minutes moving forward. But even playing 35 minutes, his rankings, where's Lauri Markkanen's rank? He's ranked 85. Okay, that's pretty good. Shooting 48%. Yeah, I would still hold on to him, see what happens. But he's not putting up like exciting stats. The next team, the Raptors, oh boy. They lost to the Rockets? What? The Rockets, they lost 20 straight. Bad. Norman Powell was a minus 23, and he's fallen off a little bit. The shooting, and also still, the shot attempt is really high. Like I said, if you can get any top 50 guy back, him plus another guy to get a top 50 guy, I would. He's like, Terry Rozier. Give you 20 points, some threes, but I think Rozier gave way more threes. Just meaning the 20 points on high efficiency and nothing else. So if guys in your league like that, try to make a trade. Stanley Johnson started, played 60 minutes while Chris Boucher came off the bench. Guys like Chris Boucher, guys like Robert Williams, they're gonna be very up and down. But their value is so high. Mainly their blocks. That's the majority of the value is coming from. So hold on tight. Chris Boucher was a bit sell high with all those guys out. Now his minutes is pretty, it's pretty low for the past 2 games. It's a buy low, I think. Pascal Siakam, 36 minutes, great. Oh, and OG was out this game. Pascal Siakam, 36, 21 points, 10 rebounds, a steal and a block. A good game. The counting stats look good and the efficiency look okay. Fred VanVleet, 40 minutes. Wow. 27 points, 4 steals, 2 assists, and 8 blocks. Did not get a block this game. What a surprise. But 8 rebounds, 2 assists is also a bit low, but that's okay. Fred VanVleet continued to be great. And he was a minus 3 while Kyle Lowry was a minus 25. Bad. And he was on a lot of teams want him, and the Raptors are out of the playoffs. They are also at a crossroad. What are they going to do? right? If they decide to tank, it's better to trade Kyle Lowry. I think that's the right thing to do. Trade Kyle Lowry and play the young guys. Like the rest of the guys should still be fine. Kyle Lowry probably gets traded if they decide to punt. We don't know. But if Kyle Lowry goes to a different team, there's just a lot of question marks. His value is going to take a bit hit. I wouldn't worry too much. Majority of his value is hitting the threes, getting the assist this season. So I believe he will continue to do that. It may take him some time to adjust. So we'll see. And on the Rockets side, wow, Jason Tate, 40 minutes. Yeah, gotta grab him. And I think Daniel House also worth grabbing. Minutes is pretty high. The guy's playing 35 minutes. Daniel House can hit threes and get defense, and Jayson Tate can get you a bunch of defense. Sterling Brown started. This game Oladipo was out, and so is Kevin Porter Jr. I would still hold on to Kevin Porter Jr. obviously, and maybe a buy low. A lot of panicking going on probably. Oladipo, John Wall, those two guys gonna be out of the. The further down the road, they're gonna miss more and more games. So, and Oladipo there's a strong possibility he gets traded. So I would pull the trigger before the trade deadline, because if he gets traded, Oladipo gets traded, the Porter Jr.'s price is gonna go up. Sterling Brown started pretty good game, 20 points and 10 rebounds. Christian Wood was in foul trouble for personal fouls, so the minutes he was also on kind of a limited restriction. 19 points, nothing else, a steal and 4 rebounds. Christian Wood, I think, if fully healthy down the stretch, he's gonna put up top 15 values, maybe top 10. I have really high hopes for this guy. John Wall took 30 shots and 26%. They still got the win. I don't know what happened with the Raptors this game. 30 shots for John Wall, a triple double, 1 steal and 2 blocks. John Wall, sell him if you can. Sell him. In the playoffs, right? If you're going to miss 1 or 2 games, you got to drop him. The next game is the Celtics losing. Yeah, Celtics also struggling. Wow. All those Eastern Conference teams struggling pretty hard. Raptors, Celtics, and the Pacers, they're just losing games left and right. Jaylen Brown continues to play great. 24 shot attempts. I really thought, Tatum was out. But his shot attempts still high with Kemba coming back. Really, really high. The efficiency fell off from the free throw line, from the field. But 27 points, a steal and a block, 9 rebounds continues to be great, and 3 threes. Daniel Theis got 25 minutes, and Robert Williams played 28. Daniel Theis, you can stream him, and Robert Williams, he was really bad last game, only played 50 minutes. This game, he played 27, 28. So that means Coach Stevenson, he knows what Robert Williams can do, and he's willing to give him the high minutes if he needs to, because he's playing well this game. He was a +1, and along with Marcus Smart, while Daniel Theis was a -7, so he was bringing the energy, having a good game. And now Tristan Thompson is out. So let's wait till the trade deadline. If Tristan Thompson did not get traded, I would try to sell high on Robert Williams. But don't try to sell him for peanuts, obviously. The guy has top 10 upside. But if what's his name? Tristan Thompson is still on the roster. It's gonna be interesting, I would say. Robert Williams, depend on how he's playing on that night. If he's playing well, he can maybe play 25, 26, 27 minutes. If not, he had 17 points in 7 for 9 shooting. Really, really strong game. Jeff Teague had 40 minutes. Obviously, you're not going to get any value back. Kemba was out. Jason Tatum was out. So, some guys getting more opportunity. Marcus Smart also played 40 minutes, 16, 5, and 1. He's pretty underwhelming since coming back from the All-Star break. You want him mainly getting the steals, On the Grizzlies side, Dylan Brooks, great game. If you can package him, he's going to go on the hot shooting stretch. 46% is good for him. He's one of the, in terms of the field goal impact, he's one of the most negative guys in the league this season, along with maybe Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has turned it around. So he's on the top, like maybe top 3. And if you punting field goals, it's great. 1 3, 7 assists even. Wow. 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 24 points. Great game from him. Kyle Anderson, the minutes is up. 34 minutes, 3 steals and 3 blocks. Wow. 7 assists, 5 rebounds. If you can get any value back for Kyle Anderson, I would. JJJ should be back early April. Valanciunas, the minutes is high again. I guess Coach Jenkins, he's like, fuck it, gonna play everybody high minutes on the starters. That's good. 16 points, 19 rebound, and a steal. Good game from Valanciunas, and Ja Morant really went off. This is a Ja Morant we want to see. 29 points and 9 assists. Bad from the free throw line. But if he can bring 30 and 10 every night, that's good. Grayson Allen, 33 minutes, didn't do anything. And this is drop city for DeAnthony Melton, Brandon Clark, and Desmond Bain. Just drop city. It's one game, I understand, but those guys, on a good night, they're playing 20 to 25 minutes, and they will have a good game every 2-3 games. So I would be okay moving on from all of them. You know, DeAnthony Melton, even 50 minutes, he had 1 steal. Okay game, 9 points. But it's just so hard to roster these guys if they play 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. But if there's any kind of injuries, you gotta go grab those guys. Let's go to the next game. The Pacers getting destroyed by Milwaukee. Everybody played bad. Karis LeVert, pretty good. Bad efficiency again, 19 points, 2 steals and 5 assists. Like I said, I'm not too high on this guy. If you can get any package him and get any good value back, I would. McDermott had played 30 minutes. I guess he really had it going. 20 points, nothing else. Sabonis, 22, continues to put up pretty good stats. This game, Miles Turner was out. Malcolm Brogdon was out. Brogdon was a buy low. He's a buy low, I think. Try to buy it. To me, he should still be a top 40 guy, top 50 guy at least. And he hasn't been playing up to that. And his assist number has been dipping due to, I don't know, LeVert or who else. So I will try to buy on him. Justin Holiday, 1 for 10. I wouldn't drop him yet. Just one bad game. The last game, he had like 2 steals and 2 blocks with 5 threes. So I'll still hold on to him. TJ McConnell is a must roster. Must roster. If you dropped him, I feel bad. 31. I mean, Brogdon was out of the lineup this game. Sure. But he should still get 25 minutes plus most nights and getting the defensive stat and assist. And good efficiency. Jeremy Lamb, 27 minutes. I wouldn't go and grab him. Everybody was out of this game. Yeah. On the Bucks side, everybody, I guess, played well. Jrue Holiday went off, 28 and 14 assists, 2 steals and a block. Top 30 guy to me. Dante Divanchenzo is a must roster. His rebound numbers has been insane. A must roster. Even though the assist is pretty low, he's been filling up the stat sheet. Where's Dante? Wow, 123rd ranked player on the season. Still pretty bad. But I would grab him. Lately, he's been playing pretty well. Lopez, do not drop him. Had 4 personal fouls here. And even before he got fouled out, he had 18 points and actually no threes, no blocks. That's always disappointing. You want him to hit some threes and get blocks. We know he can't do anything else. Chris Middleton, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, continue to be a top 30 guy. Let's go to the last game of the night. The Atlanta Hawks. Wow, the winning streak is over. Clippers, 119-110. Trae Young. It's been really underwhelming lately. 28 points is good. Bogdanovic and Gallinari has, obviously Trae Young is the number 1 guy on this team. But with Gallo playing 30 minutes before this game and with Bogdanovic's minutes trending up slowly, and DeAndre Hunter is also back this game, I do really worry about Trae Young. I want to say he's a buy low, but I worry about, his level of production, the counting stats. I think the assist should be fine, but I don't know. There's so many guys going to get some shot attempts, right? If you're going to play Gallinari 25 minutes, he's not there to facilitate. He's not there to play defense. He's there to take shots. Same thing with Bogdanovic. He's gonna even facilitate a bit more. So Trae Young by far the number one guy, but I just worried maybe he's not gonna pop off like have 40 points game back to back. And for his fantasy value, right? Don't think his steals gonna come up with all those guys out, with all the guys coming back. His 51st ranked player, I don't know. In category leagues, I just don't know how much he can improve, to be honest. Kevin Huerter, 27 minutes. With Hunter back, I don't think he's a must roster. He might be getting 35 plus minutes before Hunter came back now, and Cam Reddish eventually has to come back. So and also a bad game here. I'll be okay dropping him and only stream him. Clint Capella, 14 points and a block. Still good. Mainly those two categories and field goal. John Collins, another great game. 23 points. But as soon as Capella comes back, his rebound, just only 7 rebounds. He was grabbing 10 plus rebound every single game. And a block. Oh no, okay effort from John Collins. And Hunter, if he's out there on the waiver wire, I would go grab him. Just see what he can do. I don't really expect he give us the level of production he was giving us in the beginning of the year. But I would grab him. He does have top 60, top 70 upside, can give you 16, 17 points. And Collins' minutes is low, 20 minutes. Okay, he had 5 personal fouls. Okay. And on the Clippers side, Kawhi Leonard, great. 25 points, efficient. 7 rebound, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Continue to be top 5 guy. His steal numbers was a bit low. We just want to see him average 1.7, 1.8. He's right there. He's 1.6. Marcus Morris, 27 minutes. Yeah, only you can stream him for points and threes. That's about it. Zubac, 24 minutes. I think you can definitely stream him with. It'll be very interesting. What happens when Serge Ibaka come back? If Zubac can get 25 minutes, I think he's a must roster guy. He was bad this game, a minus 18 in his 24 minutes. But if he gets 25 minutes, to me, he's a must roster guy. Can grab you 9 rebound and 1 point, 1 block, maybe 1.2, 1.3 block. He's not a huge block guy, but a huge field goal guy, really good free throw shooter. So I like that. Paul George is a buy low. 2 steals is nice. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about. Paul George steal numbers. 2 steals is nice, but 8 points, 3 for 12. I know. I talked about him many times. The efficiency. Where is this Paul George? The efficiency was never gonna stick. He's 21st ranked player. I think he should still be in the 20 range, and for the season, he's shooting 48%. I think 44% is more realistic for Paul George for the rest of the season. I would wait for a few more games and then maybe try to buy low. But remember, the Clippers playoff schedule is not that good, so be careful if you buy low on him. If you get him for a guy that has like 4 games or 8 games in those playoff weeks, it may not be worth it. I don't know. Batum, only 23 minutes, you can drop him. And Terrence Mann got his opportunity, 29 minutes. It's just one game. I wouldn't go and grab him. And Lou Will, guys like Lou Will, the minutes are really up and down. But one thing we see lately is the Marcus Morris getting the minutes on this Clippers team and Zubac. So, and Luke Kennard had a huge game, 8 for 8, 20 points. This game was a comeback win for them. Yeah. So buy low on Paul George. Take a look at Zubac. I would pick him up, see where this goes. If he can get 25 minutes, I think he's a must roster. That's it for all the games. I will see you guys later.